Coronavirus, Brazil reports first micron death in Latin America. While in Argentina the cases of coronavirus broke a new record, with 109,608 infections in the last 24 hours. Brazil reported his first death from the Omicron variant on Thursday. It thus became the first country to register a death caused by this virus mutation in Latin America. Official sources said that the victim is a man of 68 years resident in a municipality in the center of the country, that he had all 3 doses of the vaccine, nevertheless, suffered from comorbidities. Read also, more than 100,000 cases of COVID, Omicron, holidays and the holidays, the causes behind the rise. Follow us on Google News to keep you updated. Always an unprecedented case on the continent according EFE. The man would be the first recorded fatality of the new variant of the coronavirus in Latin America's no other country has reported Omicron death data so far. The victim died in Aparecida de Goiania, a municipality in the state of Goiás, in central Brazil. In that area, the new variant is already responsible for 93.5% of the cases. According to local authorities, the victim had received the 2 regulatory doses of the vaccination schedule and a 3rd booster, but suffered from several comorbidities, such as arterial hypertension and chronic lung disease. We lost a vaccinated patient who had chronic health problems, which are major risk factors. Unfortunately, he did not resist. One life lost among thousands saved by immunization, said the municipality's health secretary, Alessandro Magalhaes. The confirmation of the first death by Omicron in Brazil occurs 10 days after the community transmission in the city was declared. Read also, Omicron is responsible for 50% of the cases in Caba and Santa Fe, with almost 620,000 fatalities and once 22.3 million infections. Brazil is the second country with the highest number of deaths from the virus, after the United States, and the third in number of positives, behind that North American country and India. Bolsonaro warned that children who get vaccinated could suffer side effects in their 20s. Meanwhile, Jair Bolsonaro returned this Thursday to discourage vaccination against the coronavirus in children, and warned that those who get vaccinated may have colareal effects when they turn 20 years old. The warning came a day after his government reluctantly included vaccinating minors between the 5 and 11 years in the national immunization campaign against the coronavirus. The president warned of possible side effects from the age of 22, 23, or 24 if parents decide to vaccinate their children against the coronavirus today. What is behind all that? What is the interest of Anvisa? What is the interest of those persons perverted by the vaccine? Is it for his life, for his health? He questioned in an interview in the Radio Nova from Pernambuco. The anti-COVID vaccination of children between 5 and 11 years old was authorized by Anvisa on December 16, with the Pfizer formula, but the Ministry of Health did not include that population group in its immunization plan until this Wednesday. Read also, Omicron's experts suggest that COVID will never go away completely. Bolsonaro, who refuses to vaccinate and immunize his 11-year-old daughter, wondered, "Does anyone know of a child who has died of COVID? I have 10 people in front of me and no one raised their hand," he said. According to data from the health portfolio of that country, since the beginning of the pandemic at least 311 minors between the ages of 5 and 11 died of coronavirus. In Brazil,